Hello, beautiful and handsome people. Let's talk about something that affects every one of us, whether we realize it or not. It's called the generational gap. This short conversation is about what the generational gap really is, why it causes tension, and most importantly, how we can turn it into strength in our lives, in our families, in our workplaces. In simple terms, the generational gap is the difference in how people think, act, and experience life based on the time they were born. Baby boomers, millennials, Gen Z, each generation grew up in a different world, different technology, different values, different challenges. So, of course, they see life differently, they see things differently. Baby boomers were shaped by structure and tradition. Millennials grew up during rapid change and innovation. And Gen Z was born into digital first world. These differences don't make anyone wrong. They make us different. But when these differences aren't understood, problems show up. Misunderstandings, frustration, feelings of disrespect, even conflict at home or low performance at work. Think about it. One generation values loyalty and routine, another values flexibility and creativity. One grew up with landlines and newspapers, physical newspapers. Another grew up with smartphones and social media. We can't expect them to think the same, and we shouldn't try to force it. Here's the truth: things work better when we stop judging and start understanding. Generational gaps exist because time changes everything. It changes technology, culture, expectations, and opportunity. And instead of fighting those differences, we should be learning from them. Picture a parent talking to a teenager. The parent gives instruction without explanation. The teenager asks, why? And suddenly it feels like disrespect. But what if the parent paused, listened, and met the young person where they are? That's more like coming down to the person's level with required alaye or nkawa, like the Igbos say. That simple shift can change everything. The same thing happens in families between siblings from different generations. Yes, the firstborn, second to the last. And it happens every day in the workplace when younger employees are shut down instead of heard, even when they bring fresh ideas to the table. Respect doesn't mean agreement, it means being willing to listen. When we accept the reality of generational differences, something powerful happens. Gaps turn into bridges. So, how do we build those bridges? You may want to ask. In our personal lives and families, we need to listen with intention, not just to reply. Share skills across generations, technology, wisdom, tradition, and life lessons. Practice empathy by understanding the world each generation grew up in. Find common ground because connection goes deeper than age. If you say because you're older than this person and you lose the relationship, that's your loss. In workplaces and organizations, encourage mentoring, including reverse mentoring, where everyone learns. Create open culture where ideas matter more than age. Lead with inclusion because leadership sets the tone. Offer flexibility and growth opportunities that meet diverse needs. Don't concentrate those opportunities. Build generational teams around shared goals, not stereotypes. When we choose respect over resistance, curiosity over criticism, and collaboration over control, the generational gap stops being a problem. It becomes a powerful advantage. Because when generations learn from each other, families grow stronger, workplaces become more innovative, and communities thrive better. So let's stop seeing the generational gap as a divide and start seeing it as an opportunity. Thank you for listening.